Hi everyone, welcome back to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Hannah to quickly go through our anime disclaimers.
Yes, because you'll need them just in case you don't want sensitive ears listening. But yeah, this is fair warning, a podcast that we're going to be talking about there's going to be language, there's going to be cursing because we're drinking, there's going to be drinks. So
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
What kind of fucking language is happening in
this
here?
This is bullshit. I know.
It's a family show.
So sorry.
Please don't watch this with your family.
Yeah, don't do it.
Watch it in private.
With the door closed and locked. But yeah, so there's going to be language. There's probably going to be some sexy talk in here.
Some adult themes.
Definitely a lot of adult themes. And that ranges
references
from,
to sexuality.
Yes, sexy sex time and daddies. Lots of daddies.
So many daddies. All the daddies with an I-E-S. Daddies.
Daddies.
Probably some dark elements. Some things that might be uncomfortable. Death.
Sex, violence, drug use.
Mm-hmm. Heavy themes.
We're gonna talk about it all. So if you're a little sensitive about those subjects, please just be aware that it's to your discretion, and don't come at us for watching in dub. Okay?
Mostly don't come at us for that because we are Baka Bitches and we are not reading subtitles.
We are not. Maybe on our own time, but this is podcast time, and we gotta go with the English. We gotta go with the English so we absorb it all.
Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love to drink and talk about anime.
And our life's problems.
Which we have so many of that.
So many problems.
That's a whole different podcast. That would go on for way longer than this one.
Honestly, that podcast never ends. It just goes on and on forever until we die.
Honestly, it could be a daily podcast. Episodes coming out daily. There would still be more.
It's like 10 episodes a day. Every problem is like, just a podcast episode.
This is our therapy.
You wouldn't believe where I had to park in the garage today at my office job. Fucking parking was a nightmare.
In the darkest corner. Yeah. Where I could get shanked.
This random asshole parked right up on my asshole. Couldn't get my car out.
Because they're an asshole. It's asshole to asshole.
Yes. All the assholes everywhere.
Honestly, I bet we could actually afford a therapy if our podcast of that became super successful.
That would be amazing. We need that.
Yeah. Guys.
I need all the therapy.
Same. I can't afford it, but, hey. Let us know if you guys would listen to us about our dumpster fire lives and send us money for therapy. Therapy.
Oh. I was like, mostly send us money.
But also that.
Period.
Period. We would use some of it for therapy.
AKA more alcohol.
And of the retail variety.
Alcohol. What is our drink tonight, Hannah?
Oh, our drink tonight is a little mix. There's vodka in it. There's regular sake
Love
in
it.
it. And then there's like white peach sake.
Love it.
And then a splash of peach syrup.
Love it.
And then topped off with some bubbly water.
Very peachy.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Very nice.
So that's our drinky drink.
Yes.
And just so you guys know, this is a first in Baka Bitches history.
Oh, yes.
But we are actually recording at my place.
We are live from Hannah's place.
It's very crazy. If you look around, there's the TV over there. We are on a couch.
We are on a couch.
The laptop and the microphones are on a table. But it's a really cool table because it moves around. Ooh.
It's not no TV table like I had. It was just TV trays.
I know. I got a moving table.
She does have a moving table.
And it goes high, which is at its highest point right now. It's like taller.
Yes. We need
but it also goes down to like coffee table level. And that's really cool.
It gets limbo low, you guys.
It does. It goes way lower than I could ever go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the tour. Thanks for coming.
It is very exciting that we're here.
Yeah.
You know, I come here so seldom. I had to Google Maps how to get here, Hannah.
Oh my gosh. I know. And
then I still turn on the wrong street.
I had half the mind to be like, do you need my address? Or like,
I have your address.
Yeah.
I just seldom drive here.
No,
And then you've got a couple streets that are very close to each other.
Yeah.
And I made one wrong turn, and then my GPS was just like, rerouting.
And they're like,
I know. I was like, I'm so close and so far. I'm 0.1 mile away. How do I get there?
This is so confusing.
Yeah. I was struggling.
I know.
But this is fine.
Yeah, it's
quite lovely.
It is. It's so lovely.
It's lovely.
I'm so glad you're here. Did you, I forgot to also mention, you can park in the driveway. I assumed you did, though.
I did a half park in the driveway because I was like, in case you were going to say, no, you can't park in the driveway. I was going to be like, well, I'm half on the street.
That's
I backed halfway into your car, and then I was like, this is good.
This is fine. Nice and close.
I was like, you're not going anywhere.
No, I'm really not. No,
because I'm here. That's why I just went car asshole to car asshole, and I was like, this is good.
Again with the assholes.
Yeah. There's never ending assholes.
I love that.
So
yeah. So next time you end up coming here, you could use the driveway. It's
okay.
Cool.
I will full use the driveway. I won't asshole it to asshole it.
No one else is using that half of the driveway.
I mean, who else is using your car's asshole?
Just me.
Aside from my car. We just went rump to rump. We're good.
We're good.
Okay.
Bumper to bumper, baby.
We are not even talking about the anime yet.
I know. Sorry, you guys.
We're good.
So we are on episode 18.
Woo!
18. And
of Inuyasha.
Of Inuyasha, yes.
Important.
Not just of some random anime.
We just picked a random anime. We're just like episode 18.
Here it is.
Let's start.
We just did a random roulette.
That might be fun to do another time, though.
Really
just do a bonus episode where we pick a random anime. We pick randomly in the middle of the anime and just do
and be like, we don't know
one
what's
or
happening.
two, and just
it has to be an anime we both have never seen.
Yeah,
and that would be really fun because then we'd be like, I don't know
just
what this is.
Yeah, it has to be something crazy.
I'm here for it.
Oh my gosh,
that would be so fun.
Yeah, we should do that.
And then make the most blitzy drinks ever, super strong. And we're just like,
maybe we could do that as a summer special.
That'd be really
fun.
Let's do it. Okay. Anyways, the title of this Inuyasha episode. Inuyasha. It is called Naraku and Sesshomaru Join Forces. Which is very menacing, but also daddies. I would love to be in that sandwich. Okay. Sesshomaru receives a human arm and a jewel shard from Naraku that can be embedded in it and attempt... Hold on.
Wow, we just skipped a lot of things that happened, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is the wiki, you guys. They really...
This is fine.
They really don't be doing us a favor here.
When Stephanie's notes are better than the wiki notes, we have a problem.
Yeah, and this sentence is weird, and it's the first sentence.
Oh, you always get those.
I really
you always
do.
Get those.
Okay.
Maybe I do too, but I just read over them.
You're just like,
this
whatever.
Is fine, because I don't know how to pronounce Sesshomaru.
You got it. Okay, so let me try and read this again as is. Okay. Sesshomaru receives a human arm and the jewel shard from Naraku that can be embedded in it and attempting to wield Tetsusaiga. That is a whole hot mess of a sentence. It should probably read more like Sesshomaru receives a human arm that has a jewel shard embedded in it from Naraku And it can help wield Tetsusaiga, more or less, is what they're saying.
I refuse to believe that the wiki says anything other than that.
Yeah, it's a hot mess, you guys. Sesshomaru unsuccessfully steals Tetsusaiga and destroys the demons from the mount. I feel like someone is really fucking drunk while writing this.
And it was not us.
It was not us, surprisingly, but maybe later. While Naraku defends using the wind tunnels, Sesshomaru uses the demonic wasps known as Saimyosho to poison Naraku. That is the wiki. That's it.
That was it?
That was it.
Oh. I'm going to be honest. I think maybe moving forward, we stop reading the wikis and we just dive into it. Yeah, because I feel like these are so bad.
These are terrible.
And we already cover the topics anyways.
We really do.
And we're going to do it much better.
Because wiki is supposed to be kind of the broad scope of what we're talking about.
But all of our wikis were better up until we hit Inuyasha.
I know.
Like the first 3 episodes of Inuyasha, it was pretty good. It was pretty robust.
All right. Yeah, it was fine.
And then I don't know what happens.
Someone got real lazy, or someone's, and they said, yeah, this will do. Which is like an embarrassment because Inuyasha is a very solid anime.
Someone just had ChatGPT, right? They were just like, here's the entire dialogue.
Yeah, just
taken immediately, word for word from the anime. Summarize this into 2 stupid person sentences, and the ChatGPT is just like, we got you, fam. Jumble of words.
ChatGPT just finger guns.
Yeah, they're like,
got
this is what you get for using the free version. I feel like that is every time we've been reading these.
Yeah, and specifically whatever ones I'm reading, because overall yours sound at least
again
more...
I think I'm skipping words because
and
we're also really focused on my mispronunciation of everything.
I mean, that's always half the fun.
Yeah, no, but I think we can do this more justice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
I believe in us.
So I know I gave you a heads up already, Hannah, that my notes for this particular episode were just chef's kiss.
I'm so excited because I saw you, I would just kind of look.
I'm just aggressively making notes in my little binder as Hannah just records everything in the binder of her brain.
That I immediately toss out the window.
This is fine.
And I'm like, I don't need that anymore. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullet points, which is more than Wiki had. Bullet point number 1. Sesshomaru yells at little monster, which I later went back and I wrote in quotes, shikon, because then I found out his name and I remembered it. So I went back and edited my own writing.
Oh, good. Good for you. Yeah.
Yells at little monster Jakin to get him a better demon arm because he utilized all of his demon arm powers.
Yeah, he really done did that.
Yeah, that was what happened.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, really, that's what it was.
Crazy claw monster arm.
Yeah, it was big, very big.
It was a big ass arm.
It was a thick arm.
It was good for doing many things.
I mean, all you need is 3 fingers anyways.
I mean, with an arm that size, I feel like 1 finger
would do.
Whatever floats your boat, Hannah.
Listen, I'm here for experimentation.
We're here for all the fingers. Give them to me, Daddy.
Take it, Daddy.
Yeah. So anyways, he does a little hand action, and then his arm is just and just gives up. It was just I just can't arm anymore.
Yeah, I just can't do it because it wasn't his arm.
Yeah, so in a prior episode, Inuyasha had sliced off his real arm.
Yeah, the real arm.
So he just been using not his own, I don't want to say not real arms because they are someone's real arm.
Yeah, some things real arms.
It belonged to something at some point, so it was a real arm, but not his real actual arm.
Yeah, it's
He's just like borrowing an arm.
Which is such a wild thing because like when you really think about it, because this is some real world shit where it's like, yeah, we've advanced medically to where we can reattach someone's ligament onto them.
Yeah.
But how many fucking hours? Because you have to attach all of the arteries back together and make sure you didn't miss anything. And then there's like months and months or years of rehabilitation in order to use it again.
And not in feudal Japan.
Not in feudal Japan.
They just say no.
This guy, like Sesshomaru, is just able to defeat a demon or human, whatever it is, just slice the arm and just
that thing off.
Yeet, and just plugs it in.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's just his real arm
that's not how that should work.
But it is
but anime. It is.
But like
yeah,
anime,
I mean,
it's
just
anime logic.
Yeah, I know. That's true. But it still baffles me. Like every time I see that, this episode specifically, when that happens, I just think to myself that's
wild, man.
That's wild. That's wild.
That's
like,
wild.
Even for anime logic, it's just blows my mind.
Right.
So that's the opening that we have here is, well, first it's more like we open to a large army of people.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that was the context.
Of humans. Human army. Who I guess just won some sort of war or battle or whatever, and they're taking their winnings, which is a huge load of like rice and dried food, yams, stuff like that. They're like, cool.
Mostly the rice.
Yeah, I mean that's huge. I mean that's a lot of food and it's free.
A lot of rice.
Yeah, and they're victorious as fuck, and they're on their way to maybe the next village to dominate or something.
To get more rice.
Yeah, obviously, because I mean, with that many men,
you need a lot of rice. Yeah. Story checks out.
Oh wow, they need that for survival? Crazy.
Amazing.
And so they happen upon Sesshomaru, and just like in the distance, so they're not really getting a good look at him. And
they were like, don't worry, it's just a puny little mere mortal.
Let's take him down.
We got this.
Because he must have armor and weapons that we could plunder.
Right. And I mean, from a far, far distance, and also not knowing him, but just his stature, his overall being, he does just look like, for all intents and purposes, a normal human.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not a demonic monster size and height.
He's not looking like a werewolf with like draggy arms to the ground.
I mean, it's a reasonable thing for them to think. But much to their surprise, they just got sliced and diced.
So easily. Like just one
like a little Mickey D's fish fillet. They were just like, nope.
Yeah, they finished. They were done. They were fried. And that was using this temporary arm that Sesshomaru had. He was really just testing it out.
Yeah. It was his temporary demon arm.
Yeah, he was just like, I've got to test this out to see if it works. And it did work in that moment to take down that army.
For the thing. But then it still eventually just was and gave up on him. And
we're
just done now.
It limped out on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, great, now I have this big ass demon arm just limping on me.
Yeah.
And Jockin is just like, you successfully defeated them. I knew you'd do it, my lord.
Good job.
And I know everyone hates him. Okay, hold on. Is there
I refuse to believe anyone likes him.
If anyone likes Jockin,
stop listening.
Let us know. Contact us on Threads.
Immediately. Contact us immediately.
Or Instagram.
Because
Baka
we
Bitches
would love to interview you on our next episode.
And please, have your reasons why you like Jockin at the ready. And there better be 100 unique reasons why.
Versus just being like, we like him because you don't like him.
No, that doesn't fly. You legitimately have to, there better be pictures of your room and it's just a shrine to Jockin.
Yeah.
You know?
Like those teenage boys who used to sleep with a picture of Farrah Fawcett poster on top of their bed. This is what I want. Just you go to sleep at night and you lay up.
Yeah.
You open your eyes at night and you just see on your ceiling just a poster of Jockin. Yes. And you're just like, yes, in your final moments before you close your eyes for night-night, that's all you see.
Like, I want to see...
This is the level of love we want to know.
I want to see that custom-made Etsy rug that you got of Jockin's face, like, as a rug in your room, like on the floor. I want to see the like homemade clay doll figures of Jockin, because you know that bitch doesn't have actual figurines.
Right. Somebody has to Etsy make it for you. It's a custom order.
Yeah. Like I want to know that you have spent thousands of dollars on your Jockin obsession. Oh. Fetish is probably the right word.
Right. So demon arm falls off.
Yeah.
Sesshomaru is like, hey, little asshole, monster, Jockin, you get me a better ass demon arm. And Jockin's like, but you did so good. And maybe the next one will be better. And Sesshomaru is like, well, no. They're all going to fail eventually.
Because they're not my arm, you dingus.
But just keep getting me arms to use so I have a thing.
Yeah, I have two arms. I need two arms, you son of a bitch.
And as Jockin's over here like, then out of like, I feel like literally nowhere, as happens in anime, my next bullet is random animal hooded person appears.
Yeah.
And offers a mortal, aka used to be human arm to Sesshomaru.
Yes.
Based only off the fact that he also hates Inuyasha.
Yeah.
And what I really loved about this scene was, first of all, we didn't even know his name immediately because nobody thinks to ask. Not until the very end of the scene.
Right.
Yeah, and Sesshomaru is more concerned about, like, why are you offering me this peasant arm? Like, this is a mortal arm. I don't understand. Like, he's not questioning, who is this person?
Right.
Where did this arm come from? Why are you offering to help me? He's more just like, are you going to use me to exact your own personal revenge on my brother Inuyasha? And then the dude is like, yes. Yeah. And then he's like, good enough. I'll take your fucking arm. Which I'm just like, what?
I mean, is that not some big dick energy, though?
Can we get more information? Can we get a little bit more data, please? But after he already accepts, we don't even know if he's daddy, because at this point, all we see is the animal face hood pointed down. Like, you know he's a daddy.
I do.
But the audience doesn't yet know, because all we see is just like, I don't know, like dire wolf foxness, like hood down, and like barely like his nose and like mouth hole, which looks the same as every other nose and mouth hole for a daddy in this show ever.
Yeah, that's how you know he's daddy, just by that alone. But
it's just like, I don't understand.
And also that voice. Did you hear that voice?
It was very sultry. But like, why are we accepting presents from strange men? Before we understand this full scope of what we're accepting. I really like the fact that he already accepted, even as Jockin's like flailing around like, but sir, my master, my good lord, how dare you, like, do we even know what she's doing, the witchcraft? And Sesshomaru's like, shh, be quiet, minion.
Shut up.
And then after he makes the deal, he's like, by the way, can I even know your name?
Yeah.
Which is like, Jesus, could you not have done that to begin with? Because I feel like those would be my first questions. Who the fuck are you? Right. Why did you appear out of nowhere? How did you know to find me specifically here in an empty field?
Right.
Why are you trying to help me? Also, even if you do want revenge on my brother, who I also hate, like, what has he done to you that specifically, like, wouldn't those details help to give context for, like, yes, we are aligned. We are on the same team. We have a mutual interest.
Sure.
No, we don't ask any of that. No. We are just, I feel like so much of these episodes, there are so many cliffhangers. There's so many plot holes where we're just like leading up to things. But then all these important things that they could be giving context for, they're just like, nope. We've done nothing but filler episodes and like random shots of whatever.
Yeah, these one-off things.
Of Kagome, but we like zoom in to like the butt of her skirt for some reason. But we're not giving literal answers.
Well, I could probably help you answer some of this.
I no.
Oh, okay.
I just want to be angry.
Okay, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
No,
that's fine. Answer.
I could let you be. It's fine. Okay, so which question do you want answered first? I guess I should start with that. 'Cause you had a lot of questions.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, but the question at the forefront.
Yeah.
Why does Sesshomaru accept the arm, without knowing more information? I mean, I know that he knew, like, okay, but this arm is embedded, like,
with the jewel.
Right.
Right.
So it is a mortal arm. It's a mortal human arm, but, like, it's going to, be of substance.
Yeah,
But also, why are we not trying to get context about who you are as a person? Because what if you later turn and you are now my enemy after we defeat Inuyasha? That's my biggest concern.
Okay. I think I can, and this is all, like, for me, this is all just, like, personal.
In your head.
In my head.
This
like,
is not
it checks
really
out.
in the anime.
Because it's not really, it more plays to the personality that Sesshomaru has, where he's like, he knows he's the biggest, baddest shit ever.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like,
the daddy of the daddies.
The daddy of daddies. And he's not even worried about anything coming against him because he's like a badass. He's tough. He's got all of the power.
So how is he not concerned that someone found him in the middle of a field in nowhere?
Because
that he couldn't even sense that someone snuck up on his asshole. He wasn't even like, I can sense a presence. Someone is here. It was just suddenly like voice in the bushes behind him.
I think that's
I've got an arm for you. I can lend you a hand. Literally. Just like the arm with the hand flops out.
He just waves it and the arm is just limp. It's just like it's like fucking Woody with Buzz Lightyear's arm. Hello.
I'm fine. Just the arm waving around. Because that's how I feel. Like, if he's really so perceptive, how does he not know that someone who is quite powerful in their own way and has their own, like, I don't know, aura about them?
Sure.
He doesn't even sense that. Instead, he's just like, oh, hey, random person offering to help me who's just magically appeared out of nowhere.
I think...
Explain that one, Hannah.
As I said, this is all like headcanon stuff.
That's perfect. That's all I need.
Okay, that's fine.
If I can get on
to
board.
kind of explain it, I think Sesshomaru is like a very strong demon to the point that he probably did sense the presence of the guy, but he's just so
unconcerned.
Yeah, he's so unconcerned because he's like, I have all the power. If like anything happens, I can kill him.
Slice
like
him.
It's not a big deal. Like
with my one existing arm.
Yeah, he has that one whip thing, and it's just
okay. That does check out.
Yeah, so I think it's more just Sesshomaru's actual ability. He's very confident. And his personality of like, if anything happens, I can just take them down pretty easily. Like, there hasn't really been anything that's ever stopped me. So he knows his strength. He knows his capability in a fight. And so he's just like, yeah, okay, why the hell not? So he is of that mindset of that, okay, I could be walking into a trap, but honestly, nothing is gonna be a trap. Like, I'm gonna get out of it. So he's just like, you know what, stranger coming in with this arm with a shikon jewel, which Sesshomaru is just like, he's never been after the jewels or the shards, because he very much knows how powerful he is.
Right.
So it's not been a desire. His only desire is Tetsusaiga. And so he decides to just be like, all right, I don't necessarily need the shikon jewel itself, but in this case, the shikon jewel is going to be like the gorilla glue when you need to stick something together. So he's like, okay, I'll use this mortal arm because this mortal arm is going to help him wield Tetsusaiga, which is his ultimate goal. Which there's still some plot hole kind of a thing with that because...
Okay, I can live with that, though. That's a reasonable enough explanation.
Yeah. So he's like, you know what? Okay, you stranger in the baboon thing. We're here for it.
Yeah.
We'll go with it, you know, because ultimately it meets his desires. And he's like, okay, I guess I'm doing the dirty work, but that's fine because I just want the sword and to end my dirty, disgusting half-brother's life. You know, so
yeah,
that's where Sesshomaru is at. And so he's not going to really ask questions overall. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh. So there's that. And at the end of that exchange, Sesshomaru does have the wherewithal to be like, oh, you know, and, you know, what's your name? May I ask who I'm doing business with? And the guy in the animal cloak is like, oh, yeah, it's Naraku. Dun, dun, dun! Which Naraku has been previously mentioned before. He is the demon that Miroku's ancestors have been warring with, and that's how Naraku is the one that more or less cursed Miroku's family line to have that wind tunnel in his hand. And not only that, but Naraku
plot twist
is the reason for Kikyo's death and the reason why Inuyasha was pinned to a tree for 50 years because Naraku disguised himself as Inuyasha.
Okay,
and
I didn't get that point. Yeah. I was more consumed with the here's this ball which will take care of your whole problem. And I was only stuck and lost on that.
Yeah, that's why Naraku also had that wasp nest thing because
Kikyo Inuyasha debacle. Yeah. Okay, well I mean it makes sense that we would go back to that. I mean the entire series is called Inuyasha.
Right, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
It got a pin around him.
It all ties together, I swear.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is why we talk things through here.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
The wiki didn't say any of this.
The wiki does jack shit for us anymore. Maybe next anime, but I guess maybe we are out on our own.
Done with that. I think we're done with the wiki.
Yeah, that's fair. So
yeah,
that's why Naraku is just like, here's this wasp nest. You're gonna need that to fight the monk. And Sesshomaru is just like, okay, what monk? But that's fine, whatever. Takes both of the things and does indeed start heading towards wherever Inuyasha and the gang are, which we then cut to, and it's just Kagome sitting in a nice little tatami room, sipping tea and eating a dinner and going, this is so nice, other than like sleeping in the yucky cold woods, and I'm gonna have some crisp sheets to sleep in, and I have a full belly.
And then sudden monster appears.
I mean, kinda, but not yet. And Inuyasha is like feeling offended that Kagome is excited to sleep in a normal place for once, instead of the woods. And then we cut to Miroku, who is helping the owner of the place.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Put up talismans.
Oh, thank Yeah, I could feel the divine protection.
It's so nice.
Mr. Monk.
I'm so glad you conveniently stopped at my really big house and told me that there is a dark cloud over it and you expelled it. So here, have some safe room to sleep in, you and your guests, and some food. And yeah, thanks. And more or less the group talks about that with Moroku. Like, oh, that's very strange that you just all of a sudden find so many dark clouds over these really nice places to lodge in. And he's just like, well, you know, you sometimes gotta, you know, persuade people into thinking that
You're being super helpful.
yeah. You know, I mean, that would definitely not fly these days, but you know,
But also fair.
But also
you gotta
fair.
do what you gotta do.
that, especially in feudal Japan when there's literal demons running around, is kind of nice to have an actual four walls and a roof over your head. So I don't blame him, and I probably do the same thing.
Feel it.
So they're lodging pretty nice, and that's when they actually do feel a presence, a sudden, like, oh, actually, there's a pretty, what they refer to as a big demon, which is exactly what I call Sesshomaru too.
Yeah, no, I made a note. It reminds me of Sailor Moon.
Uh-huh.
How everyone who's a villain only appears in Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like that.
Like, I do kind of feel like that when watching Inuyasha. We're like, wow, aren't we just so conveniently located?
We really
Exactly
are.
where you'd see it. Like Sailor Moon, they had magical communication devices that were much more technologically advanced
Yeah.
than even the technology of when I initially watched it, like in the 90s.
Right. Super advanced back
And I
then.
still feel like even nowadays, like with cell phones and everything, I'd still be like, my fucking signal, I can't go through. Where do I get the best Wi-Fi to make this call? You know? But no, they are always conveniently located where the crisis is happening. And I don't just mean like a phone call away, like let me drive to the next city. They're like, no, I can see an explosion happening just on the horizon right there.
Crazy.
Just in my line of sight.
It just, you always
And
have
I
to
feel
be
like
around the trouble.
This is what's always happening in this show is like everything just pivots around where they currently are, which
It really is that
I
way.
mean, I get it. It's happening for the story, but I'm also just like, boy, how convenient that, you know, you're just living in feudal Japan, but, you know, it's not feudal Russia that's having an issue.
Right.
Isn't that nice?
Feudal America. Just
What? There was no America.
TV.
It's just like a feudal... I don't know what it was
feudal-
before it was America.
Feudal London. Just.
Native. I don't know.
I don't know.
What is this?
I don't know, but it's just Japan on this tiny island. That's where all of the magic and the,
It's
demons
it's where
are.
all the
so-
problems are occurring, where everything just revolves around.
And I mean, I know Japan is a tiny island, but it's not like, you know, you can get from one end of Japan to another in like 2 hours.
Or that you could
It's
visibly
not like
see
that.
it.
Right,
Like,
right.
I can't just go and stand in my backyard and look across my lawn and see
I can see
the other
Japan
side
from
of
here.
Japan.
Yeah, it is not that. It is not that.
That's why I'm so confused by this. But anyways,
I guess it's just for convenience sake.
I mean,
but
obviously, but also like
it's anime.
again, there's some things that I can't let go. It's like this and like the overall animation where it's the same screen and they're not moving their lips and not doing a single thing, but the context and the story's still happening. Anyways,
Fair.
But my next bullet point, I feel like I skipped a lot of things, so I probably missed something. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so my last note was about Inuyasha, Moroku, and Kagome. They were just kind of resting, they're chilling in their little
Their little
little
place.
nice little bungalow that they're crashing in for the night since Moroku just expelled all the
Swindled.
bad
expelled
juju
quote,
out
unquote.
of. And then my next bullet is the bros bang it out. Meaning Inuyasha and Sesshomaru, obviously.
Not like that.
But also like that.
Kind of like that.
But like they did bang it out.
They did. They
like
did.
There was some little like boom boom happening. There was some banging.
Yeah, there was so much banging.
But maybe you could just give a little bit of detail for, you know, what the bang out was.
You know I'm here for the detail. Yeah. I go into extremely
I'm just keeping us on task
painful detail. So they sense the big demon energy coming in, like for real though, not a dark cloud, but like some big demon energy. And they're
not big dick energy, just
no,
big demon energy.
I mean, kind of the same thing in this anime, to be fair. So they're like, whoa, okay, we gotta run around, check out what's happening. And that's when big old demon hands, the size of like a 10-story building coming out and the wabam, wabam.
I do love a demon hand.
I know, and
hot.
It's a very big hand. It was like smushing some mountains there.
Smush me.
And this towering demon comes out of nowhere and is starting to just wreak havoc on this village. And wouldn't you know, who is just chilling like the badass that he is on the shoulder of said giant ass demon? Sesshomaru. And Inuyasha's just like, oh shit, that's my brother. And Sesshomaru is just like, I've come, brother, let's fight. And they do be fighting. And eventually during the kerfuffles, Sesshomaru is able to get Tetsusaiga because he's using the human hand. Which, okay, that makes sense. That checks out. That's canon.
Understood.
Because Inuyasha and Sesshomaru's father made these swords. So there's Tetsusaiga, who Sesshomaru literally purposefully cannot pick up, otherwise it hurts him. It burns him. It's not fun. And so he has this human mortal hand, which can pick it up. And so that checks out. That's canon. What I don't get is that he was able to activate Tetsusaiga, which in order to use Tetsusaiga, it has to be for protecting others. That's how it transforms into that big ass broad blade.
He was protecting Jinkin.
He was not. No one protects that thing.
He was protecting his other hand.
He was protecting himself, maybe, but that's still not like a valid thing.
He was protecting the people in his head.
Are you calling Sesshomaru insane?
Yes.
Oh.
I'd like to be part of that party.
Same. I would love to meet every one of his personalities.
Yes. All equally as hot.
Yeah. I'm so glad my mom doesn't listen to this podcast.
Okay, yeah. I'm not you. I don't have answers for these.
I know. Like, yeah. I mean, I know. That's why it's still kind of puzzling to me. Because that's how... when we first see Tetsusaiga, like when Inuyasha and Sesshomaru first have that battle in their dad's rib cage, that's how it really is. And dang it,
I still think about that every night
before I go to bed. I'm just like, yeah,
that was a good scene.
That's how Kagome more or less sword in the stoned it. She was able to grab it, right?
Yeah.
Because she was like, she grabbed it and was running to protect Inuyasha.
Right.
And she was also human.
Right.
So like, checks out. But here, Sesshomaru only has the human hand, which, okay, you can grab the sword. Great, congratulations.
But what are you trying to do?
But there's no way he could activate it.
Yeah, there's not a noble goal behind that.
Right. There's And so that's what I still haven't figured out. So also, if you have the answer to that, please let us know. Contact us at, you can reach us on Threads or Instagram, Baka Bitches Podcast. Please give me your theories. Email us even, bakab_podcast@gmail.com. And please let me know if there is something that actually points to how that happened, or your headcanon, whatever, I don't know. But make it make sense to me, because I don't get it. I don't get that part. But Sesshomaru was able to do that. Was able to make Tetsusaiga the big ass blade that it is. And yet again, Inuyasha can only defend himself with the sheath that Tetsusaiga comes in, which is able to hold it off so much. But I mean, Sesshomaru still got the upper hand.
Short, small, skinny ass sheath.
Yeah.
Big ass sword.
I mean, that's every man's dream, right?
This is not how physics work.
That's not how that works. But I mean, as typical man, they still gotta try.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah,
I love this for
it's
us.
great. You gotta just shove it in. It's fine. So...
Okay, that was the bros banging it out.
Yeah, that was bros banging it out. And Moroku eventually tries to jump in and is like, I'm gonna help you. And Inuyasha's, step off. And Moroku's like, no, I insist on helping you.
Yeah, because Sesshomaru called more demons.
Yeah,
to come wreak havoc. That was my note.
Yeah.
And that's when Moroku tries to hand suck all the things. He's like, don't worry, I'll take care of
I'll
this.
do the sucky suck.
I'm gonna, sucky it all up into my hand hole.
Hoover vacuum the shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
Because...
And he's doing it. And
he
there's
was doing
a
good job.
big ass demon, and he was
just
taking the shit out of it.
Just taking it like so
exactly
good.
Like we'd be like to do it here, just taking it. Yeah, so he's just doing his little thing. He just bebopping along. He there's a lot of shit, but that's okay.
I got this big ass demon thing.
And then Sesshomaru's just up in the sky, just chilling, just floating.
He's
like,
shit.
Well, I was given this ball.
I just toss in
that
the
I
air.
was told could take care of hand hole. And here we go. Let's find out if it takes care of hand hole.
He really
and he just
did.
Boop, and just
right
tosses it. And then he tosses a little ball, and then it looks like it ends up not being ball, but is tossing up just wasp nests, angry wasp nests.
And big ass wasps.
And
from
the wasps
hell.
are just meh, and then are seemingly at first being sucked into hand hole, except for they are not being sucked into hand hole. They are attacking hand hole.
They are poisoning hand hole.
Yeah, so they're going in with intention.
Yeah, that.
They want to be going up in there.
That really done fucked up Moroku.
It did.
To the point that he really did have to stop the sucking, and he's like, "Oh
and he
shit!"
He was really taking one from the team. There too. He was really doing it.
I can only imagine. It probably feels like really bad food poisoning, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm down for the count." And Inuyasha's just like, why the hell are you not helping me anymore? The thing that Inuyasha didn't want.
Any day now.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? And
Moroku's just like, I can't. I'm literally poisoned. I can't.
Little incapacitated, my dude.
But I really do love how Inuyasha's kind of fending them off little by little. Then begrudgingly picks up Moroku and is like, you owe me for this one. Look what you got us into. But it was more he was literally doing everything.
Everything until he got the wasps.
Stood in the back until he was like, I guess I gotta do a thing if I don't want to be dead.
And
mind blowing.
So crazy. And can I just say, little bunny trail? I absolutely
all
hate
the bunny trails.
saying the word wasps. Wasps. because it just goes on forever. It feels like it could just
I have an aggressive lisp also, which I feel like it's just like
wasps. I know. I hate it. It's the worst. But anyways, that's why I know. Why couldn't you call it waspi? Waspi, like if there's multiple, but you know, or whatever. I don't know, science, whatever. But wasps, and you're just, anyways, it's not elegant. Doesn't roll off the tongues very well.
Tongues, like both of ours together. Oh gosh.
But yeah, so I mean, there's a little bit more. So, Sesshomaru with the big Tetsusaiga is just like, I can cut you down, just one final blow, Inuyasha, and you would be gone. And he's kind of like taking his sweet time, just like, I could do it. I could just one blow is all you need. And I'm just like, yes, Daddy, one blow. Yeah. Give it to me, Daddy.
Let me blow you one time, Daddy.
That's all you need.
Just one time. I'll give it everything. Yes.
Murder me, Daddy.
Please. No, really, please.
No, please. Oh my God, please.
If you don't kill me, I'll kill you. Yeah.
I'll attempt, and then you'll kill me, and I win.
Yes.
So, and that's when a fancy little arrow hits Tetsusaiga and does the magic thing and takes away the power, and it becomes small.
I didn't even write that because it was so ridiculous.
I know, and it was at the very end, so you're like, inconsequential to what actually happened before.
Although that was the most pivotal thing that happened.
It's very pivotal. And then, you know, the Tetsusaiga goes back to wimpy, rusty sword.
Yeah.
And you just hear from the back Kagome yelling at Sesshomaru. It was like,
Sesshomaru! Stop it! Otherwise this next arrow is gonna go through your heart. Yeah! Inuyasha, back away! As her little bow and arrow's like quivering in her hands.
Big tough girl that she is. She is like real fucking serious though.
Yeah, she's so serious.
She's just like,
get you. She like cuckoo for Cocoa Puff cereal right now. Like she is doing it.
She lost her shit over this boy, and that's where we end it, more or less.
Yeah, no, it did leave on that cliffhanger, which that was the most pivotal point. So
yeah, it was. So there's that.
We got that to look forward to next episode, guys.
Yeah. So tune in and also talk to us at Threads on Baka Bitch Podcast. And Instagram at the same Baka Bitch.
Baka Bitches
podcast.
I think it's just Baka Bitches, yeah.
Baka Bitches. Oh, okay, yeah.
And if you don't, this next arrow is going through your heart.
Yeah. So back off, Inuyasha.
Baka bye.